Rap Delites. Rap Delites. Rap Delites.
Maybe I should have got the large.
You got a fucking medium over there?
No, that's my size, but this joint is
a little tight.
Like really medium.
You want me to take your blood pressure?
You got a medium? Yeah. I buy a large every
medium. No, I can't do it.
Welcome to the Rap Delites podcast. I am Bats.
Peace, yo. Me and Chrissy having a fucking conversation
over there. What's up? What's going on? Welcome to the Rap Delites podcast. Everybody watching on YouTube, everybody watching on Facebook, everybody listening on SoundCloud. Shout out to you guys, everybody that's just listening, everybody that shares, everybody that likes, everybody that dislikes. What's going on, people? We are here to motherfucking pod.
Peace.
I got my brother over there, TSK1. What's going on, TSK1?
Peace.
Shout out to TSK1.
I made it. I almost didn't.
Nice shirt you got on there, bro.
Thank you.
Nice button, too.
Thank you.
Nice Phillies hat, too.
My uncle gave me this button.
The Phillies.
No.
Phillies.
Not the Phillies, just Philly.
The Phillies. We got my sister over here, Chrissy Mac, bitch.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on, Mac? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I see you got something in your cup over there. Everybody got a little something in their cup. We grooving over here, you know what I mean? We chilling. Shout out to we never give this brother no shout out. Shout out to my brother Sam behind the camera, shooting it, making us look good. Know what I mean? Shout out to
Sam.
Eating
up all the chips.
Eating up all the fucking potato chips and everything. Fuck you.
Munchies for days.
And I am Bats Mouth Almighty, the Fresh Grinch, the Potty Mouth podcaster himself, and we about to get into some Rap Delight shit. Shout out to my sister, Miss Smith, who is not here today.
ATL.
And she down at ATL, down at the Tyler Perry studio, hanging out with Tyler Perry, hanging out with Medea, wherever she doing.
Is she actually?
I don't know. She might be hanging out with Medea. I can definitely see Smith and Medea hanging out. Absolutely. You know what I mean? When the fucking dresses on, the muumuus. Got you. You ain't here to protect yourself. Oh, man. So we going to get into the shits today. We got a great show for y'all. We got a lot of shit we got to get to. So we're going to start off first, as we always do in every single solitary episode. We're going to talk about what we've been listening to. So we're going to shoot over here to my brother, TSK1. He's always first up the bat. He always got some introspective shit, some new shit. So what you been listening to, TSK1?
Yes, peace. I had a long, a heavy week and a productive week. I said that's a better word. A productive week, just in terms of like contacting artists out there, artists contacting me. I'm like, little old me. So
you're a big man now.
I don't know yet. So we working on it. But in regards, I'm still listening to my man.
Come on, cue it up.
Yeah,
come on.
I'm still listening to our brother, new friend, fan of the show, Chef Mike. Incidentally, this little prize came in the mail.
You got a cassette
from Chef Mike. That's a feature of Chef Mike's work. Some of his beats.
Can you get that in tight? Are we good?
I ain't really knock it, Chad. I pulled it out, man. I'm like, tape seemed really small. See, we've been so digital.
I ain't have it. You got something to play it on?
I don't think so.
I got a tape deck up here. This don't work. This will eat your tape. Fast forward eats the tape.
What, the big boy?
Yeah, fast forward eats the tape.
Yeah, this
remember that was on fucking Last Boy Scout? Fast forward eats the tape. Yeah, fast forward eats the tape on that. But I do got a tape deck. No, I actually got a tape deck in the basement of the old house. Whatever like that. But we'll get to it.
But nah, it's good to have, and it's good to be thought of in that regard. So, Based on the activity, on you know how the algorithm works. You start liking and sharing and commenting on things on social media,
And shit start popping up for you.
right? So this brother here contacted me. This brother, Dramatic XL. Dramatic XL is from the Caribbean, representing the UK, Northwest London by way of Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Okay.
So he contacted me about a project that he's working with an MC that's of Pakistani descent. This brother, his name is Nomadic Poet. The Nomadic Poet, yeah.
I know him.
Yeah, they working on a project, a collab together called 1520. These brothers are right up my alley, and they speak close to me. This is the track called The Anthem. And this is the he emailed me the whole bio, the whole package for the rollout, and I was like, that's what I mean. I was like, damn, I feel you. I mean, this is like right on my element. This take me back to when we was coming up, just making contacts with MCs and producers out there.
That was always your twist, though.
Yeah, I love it. I enjoy it. I feel like this makes me feel like I'm a part of this shit. You know what I mean? This is just me and my bag. So anyway, the Nomadic Poet and Dramatic XL, they collab together to do this right here. This is the first single. They do have an album's worth of material, but this is just a preview to it. 1520 is named for 1520 Cedric Ave. The root, if those who know, pioneers and historians and hip hop heads alike, that is the birthplace of hip hop. That's where Kool Herc threw the first party. So these cats is like right up my alley and akin to me, just in terms of like y'all speaking to my heart, just being true hip hop heads, and it shows and proves to me that in regards to hip hop, it ain't where you from, it's where you at, not physically, it's where you at. So, and chopping it up all week, really productive week, chopping it up all week via Instagram, inboxing back and forth with Dramatic XL. Another project that he did a few years back, or a couple years back, I'm not sure when, that he did with KEV from Oakland, sparked my interest. So he put me on to that, and this is the project that they came up with, and this is called, this project right here is called Resistance.
And these the same brothers?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did all this music. It was all his production. And some of these beats that I shared, on my Instagram. Like I said, KEV is from Oakland. KEV stands for Kicks Every Verse. You know what I mean? Which is an ill name.
When you said it, it reminded me of KOZ. Shout out to Ray Supreme.
Right.
Ray Foe.
So these dudes is ill, man. And he basically said what Dramatic said. They really won't consider re-releasing this because of the importance of the content of what they're speaking about. We're very political, very social, in regards to what's going on in our communities and in the music industry. This is everything that speaks to me right here. This is another track. This track right here is called The Truth. I told Dramatic, I said, yo, you got a Premier thing going on. Meaning like the hooks. His beats are not like Premier. They don't sound like Premier, but it's just a feel like the hook part. It take you to Premier. He was flattered about that. So, you know what I mean? What y'all think of these joints?
These don't sound good. These sound good. Chrissy Mack.
What do I think about this?
Yeah.
This song, yeah. Ty, would you like to handle my inbox on Instagram?
59.95 an hour. No, for you, I work for you.
But yeah, I love the production. You know what I mean? Like I said before, I got an ear for that. You got an ear for that too. Nomadic Poet, he been around for a while.
Yeah. You're a vet.
Yeah, he been around for a while. He been on my social media for a while.
Right.
Sending me stuff every time he dropped things.
Dramatic XL is ill with the beats. He did this right here. This little spoken word project they did with another featured artist. I believe her name is Ryan.
Okay.
It's a 2 feature vocalists on here. It's, Ryan and Nicole. I believe they're from Oakland as well.
I know Nicole.
But I know gross understatement. So I think we all do. I think we all do. Or we all have, you know. But nah, I mean, this is like just making this contact and be able to share this music is I'm real proud of.
Okay.
And listening to this stuff, I gotta say it, and this is no bullshit. I think this material right here, the Resistance, is on par with artists like Kanye West. He don't sound like nobody's like Kanye West, but musically and sonically, I think it's on par with any of our geniuses out there.
All right, cool. Listen, but you said we couldn't. Their stuff was like locked. You said you couldn't.
This right here is on SoundCloud. He emailed me the actual, I'm gonna say the exclusive link to it.
But they do have stuff on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they can.
No,
I mean,
if you need a website, holler at me, man. I do websites. I do EPKs too.
Yeah. Do that.
You know what I mean? Do that.
You know what I'm saying? You
I mean,
can sell
that
it,
way
you
you
can
just
just stream it, you can
pull
do
that
free
shit right up.
downloads, all subscriptions, members only can stream it. All that, I got you, man.
Yeah, bang bang chicken wing.
Yeah, because I want people to get involved in this. This track, this right here is bananas.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had this like pumping this whole week, man. I'm like, I told him, I said, yo, I'm talking about that.
See, everybody, I need y'all to send Tyski all of y'all shit so we can have something to talk about every fucking week. You know what I mean? He be sitting over there, I ain't got nothing this week. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying shit. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? But shout out to that. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm back in the game. I'm fucking enthused.
There you go.
I'm born again fucking hard.
There you go. I like it. Chrissy Mac, what have you been listening to, Mac?
I have been listening to Nature for all seasons.
Oh, Nature. I ain't heard Nature name in a long motherfucking time.
Nature. He's one of my favorites.
Anything in particular?
On this album?
Yeah, on this album.
I mean, I got a few favorite songs. You know what I mean? We Ain't Friends is one of them. The Ultimate High. Nature Shine.
Is this coming from somewhere?
Someone's venting.
Is this coming from somewhere?
It's relatable. That's all I'm gonna say.
There you go. Okay. It resonates with you right now.
But no, honestly, like this is one of my favorite albums. It never come out the CD card changer.
How long you think that you can get away with it? Oh yeah, I used to think that.
But Nas and them did him dirty.
See, I didn't have this.
Yo, I have 4 copies of this tape. Every time the tape
have
dropped, I
this.
bought a double.
I didn't have
like,
this.
This to me was a classic album. He's got other albums after this, which I got too. But this album to me, I could just play it. Even though it's old, I could just play it all the time. I love it.
Oh, you going? This gonna be your driving music?
And you know, when I was talking with somebody last night, you know, we was talking that you resonate with certain stuff. Sometimes it's somebody's voice and what they saying and with the beat, and when it all comes together,
Resonate.
It's just the frequency. Because I know a lot of people look at me crazy like, you prefer Nature over Nas.
Yo, y'all gotta say resonate. You say resonate. Resonate. No,
Resonate.
resonate.
But so you saying you like Nature over Nas? That's what you said. This particular album.
This album, I mean, I prefer. I kind of do prefer. Like,
Because this album came out in 2000, so 2000 Nature.
It's in my car. None of Nas's albums is in my car.
So 2000 Nature to you was better than 2000 Nas.
I wouldn't say better. I said I prefer.
It resonated.
It
resonated with
Yeah,
you.
that's a clear language.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
could listen to this album
It resonated
over and
more.
over again.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that because I don't think I was listening to almost any Nas in 2000.
Yeah, that shit didn't resonate.
It didn't resonate with me.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it was trash. Resonate.
Nah, it wasn't trash,
You
but
know what I mean?
it just didn't
resonate.
resonate.
All right, so Nature for All Season 2000, Chrissy Mack pick of the week. I was listening to 2 things. Cause I actually was listening to this album a couple weeks ago when it first dropped, but I didn't talk about it, and I meant to talk about it. Behind the Scars by Casanova. I don't know if anybody fuck with Casanova. Casanova was one of the brothers.
I fuck with Casanova.
One of the brothers the police were trying to ban from the Rolling Loud tour. You know what I mean? The festival, they were trying to ban Casanova.
So them niggas was mad.
Yeah,
the police was mad.
Yeah, the police was mad at Casanova and all the rest of them dudes or whatever like that. But this show, I was listening to it when it dropped a couple weeks back, but I just didn't talk about it because it was something else I was talking about. I don't want to just like fill up the queue with like 3 or 4 albums or whatever like that. You know what I mean? But this joint right here is fucking.
I remember the joint when he first came out. You know how you turn blood. I think it was when he first came out. It was when I first started noticing.
But
that shit was ill, man. It was like they're like now you coming at niggas in New York. Now how you turn blood?
But this joint right here, Behind the Scars by Casanova, he has a joint. This is a joint right here called Knock Knock. He also got a joint called In My Hood that's dope. And then he got the joint So Brooklyn with Fab, which is fucking awesome. You know Fab always come with fucking smoke on everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know it's funny, crazy. I remember when Fab first came out back in the day on the Q tapes back in the day and shit like that. I didn't fuck with Fab back then. I heard him.
Right.
I heard him, but he wasn't this. He wasn't this new Fab. He wasn't the Jason versus Freddie Fab. You know what I mean? His shit his shit now is like.
Yeah. Freddie even said it's like when he first came out, you know what the record business do. They try to paint you something that you ain't, whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? The record business did fashion him into something that that was other than his true self.
Yeah, well, he definitely is fucking true self now, cause this shit right here is fucking banging, and this fucking Casanova shit is fucking banging right here. You know what I mean? So if y'all get a chance to check these joints out, check that joint out. Check it out, Behind the Scars. I was also listening to that fucking Smoke DZA and Vinny the Butcher shit. You hear that shit, Chris?
Not the whole album. I hear the whole album.
Listen,
it was a really busy week for me.
Yeah, I didn't. Listen,
I didn't hear it.
TSK1.
But I heard.
No, I would. But I can't do that. My mind ain't there right now. Yeah, I can't do it.
This shit right here.
You take the lyrics out, maybe I'll listen to the beats.
This shit's Smoked and Butchered, featuring Styles P.
Nah, I'll check in for Styles P all day. I'll check in for SP all day.
This shit right here, you got this joint Smoked and Butchered. It's only like 6 songs. 20 minutes. It's an EP.
I'll listen to it, man. All right.
Then you got a joint with West Side Gun, 730, which is dope as shit. Then you got another joint called Toast, with Smoke DZA and Vinny the Butcher, which is fucking just.
Yeah.
So this all week. Vinny the Butcher, Smoke DZA, and Casanova. I just been on some like New York street shit all motherfucking week. Just going at it.
You don't fuck with Philly no more?
I love Philly. I'm born and raised in the streets of Philadelphia. I love West Philadelphia, born and raised. But this shit right here is what I'm inhaling.
I'm fucking with you.
I know you are. Cause you already know how I get down from my city.
Man, you fucking with me a couple weeks back.
Yeah, that's what I do. You know what I mean? That's what I'm here for. I'm an agitator. I'm like Woody the Woodpecker of this podcast. You know what I mean? Bugs Bunny. I just agitate. You know what I mean? I fuck with you.
Somebody said they didn't like Woody Woodpecker. That was on some TV show.
I think it was Seinfeld.
It had to be Seinfeld.
It was Seinfeld. It was like he was an agitator. Well, that's who I am. I'm Woody Woodpecker, this fucking podcast. I'm an agitator. I'm an instigator. You know what I mean? So if y'all get a chance to check out all this shit, Nature's Joint,
1520 and Dramatic XL and KEV the Resistance.
Absolutely. The Casanova joint, the Vinny the Butcher, Smoke DZA joint. Make sure y'all check it out. We're gonna be right back. More Rap Delites. What's going on, people? I'm Bats, Mouth Almighty, the Fresh Grinch, the Potty Mouth podcaster himself, and you are watching Rap Delites. What's going on? Welcome back to the Rap Delites podcast. I am Bats. That is TSK1 over there. You see him over there? How you doing, TSK1? That's my guy. Oh, that's my fucking guy. You know what I mean?
It's all about me.
Fucking guy. You know what I mean? We got Chrissy Mack on the side here. We sipping Douce and shit. We ballers and shit. You know what I mean? What you got? We toasting up and shit. Fuck y'all. You know, we turn the podcast off and just sit yak all night. You know what I mean? Y'all got us fucked up.
We got flavors.
You know what I mean? Y'all got us fucked up.
We got an assortment.
Listen, we don't need this rap shit. Y'all need us. You know what I mean? We got fucking drinks. We can really just be chilling and drinking on a Saturday night, but we decided to come here and give y'all this juice, right? Am I right, people? If I'm right, I'm right.
You're right.
Okay, all right.
You're right.
There we go.
You're right. You're right.
For them.
Yeah.
We could just sit around, turn the cameras off, and drink fucking yak all night.
It's like an off day. I could be like asleep
We
in.
be chilling, but we here for y'all. We here for the audience.
This my sleep in day, actually.
Yeah.
Like laundry day, all that shit.
Yeah. Sunday my sleep-in day, but I'm usually up fucking
I
editing.
don't get one because I come here.
You come here. Yeah. Well, there you go. TSK1 is dedicated. All right, so we're gonna talk about the new Jadakiss short film song Me.
I fucked that all up, but nah, that shit. Yeah, it's a little better than mine. It's a little better than mine. But that shit, yo,
You fuck with it?
but the joint. I fucking applauded. I stood up. It was fabulous. It was like being at the Cannes or the Cannes? The Cannes
Festival.
Sundance. The Philadelphia Film Festival. I applauded. Bravo! Robbie! I had flowers, I had roses, I threw them at the I didn't want no big screen, so I threw it at my phone.
Yeah,
it was fucking magnificent.
Yeah.
It was fucking
Kiss on there acting.
like, yo, I was like, yo, that shit is motherfucking like, yo, where the next episode? When this shit coming out?
Watching Power or some shit like that, but
Which I've never seen the episode, but that shit was entertaining, yo.
talking about the new Jadakiss single / short film called Me. Jadakiss obviously has a new project coming out, so you want to come out with the rollout with this little short film and the song Me. Dope song. Kiss always got one.
And listen, I saw the short film. I didn't even know it was a song. I was like, I bet. Like, damn, that's dope. He can do that. Mm-hmm. He can do it just a little short movie. Mm-hmm. Or put on YouTube and shit like that. Mm-hmm. But now you tell me it's the song. I'm like, all right, it makes sense. Yeah. So I didn't even need to hear the song because I knew it was going to be fire. But we just listened to it and the shit is ill. But that fucking movie. Yeah. Chris, what you think about that shit?
That's how you market a song. That shit was fire. I just watched it on a break, and that's my type of movie too. Had it been a full-length movie,
which might be coming. You never know.
Yeah.
Get Scorsese on the phone.
They need to.
Of course, I'm a Jadakiss fan. I was a huge Locks fan too.
Who been busy?
Yeah. I saw the trailer for The Irishman last night.
Just a trailer?
I just saw the trailer. The movie ain't out yet.
Okay.
Go ahead, Christian. We want some movie shit.
I'm sorry.
But that's where you do a rollout.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And the production on it.
Yeah.
100.
Shout out to fucking Kiss. Kiss been in the game for a long time. He got screwed over for a while, and he's back. And he's never. I love Kiss because Kiss is not one of those bitter motherfuckers.
You know something? I don't like to admit that I have favorites, but I be lying. I got favorites. Kiss is like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Kiss, P, Spectre Deck, Master Ace, because they fucking. I don't have to like. Oh, maybe I'll listen to it. I know what I'm getting.
You know exactly. It's like
I know what I'm getting.
It's like when you pop open a bottle of this, you know what's going in your glass.
Yeah.
You know exactly what it's going to taste like. You know what it's going to smell like every fucking single solitary time.
Them and Coronas.
You like Vin Diesel said in Fast and Furious 1.
Yeah.
Now see, that's what I should have put in my cup instead of this Douce that's creeping up on me.
The Douce is good though.
I had a whole cup full though.
Yeah.
Maybe you was drinking it.
I wasn't here the night that Ty had the situation.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you was drinking it like Henny.
I'm like, this is Henny but smoother. So being as though it's going down smoother, I was drinking
that shit like edibles versus actual weed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's exactly what it is. That shit is like, hey, how you doing? You good? You alright?
Yeah.
Bow! You ain't shit. You laying on the ground, do say looking at you like, you ain't shit.
Some Chris Tucker shit.
You got knocked the fuck out. Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Kiss, and I'm waiting for the project. What was the last project we got from Kiss? Was it the Freddie vs. Jason?
Yeah, I think so.
Which was awesome.
Yeah.
Which was an awesome fucking project. Him and fucking Fab. We just talked about Fab a little earlier. You know what I mean? Shout out to fucking Kiss. You know what I mean? Me. So if you get a chance, check. It's on YouTube. It might be on the streaming services, the song, but definitely on YouTube. That's where we saw it. You know what I mean?
Rock Nation, you know, yeah.
I know he's on Def Jam / Rock Nation. I think Rock Nation is managing and doing the business, that side of it, and then like Def Jam is doing some other shit with
in the credits.
Yeah.
So it's got to be on that streaming site.
Yeah. So shout out to Jadakiss for that. You know what I mean? So we're going to definitely make sure y'all check out for that. You know what I mean? A couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, the Dolemite movie, Dolomite Is My Name, by Eddie Murphy, Craig Brewer, who did Hustle and Flow.
Okay.
Black Snake Moan. You ever see those two movies?
Hustle and Flow, I've seen parts of that. I think I've seen parts of Black Snake Moon.
Yeah, Moan.
But Moon?
Moan.
What he said.
But Hustle and Flow, which won 3 6 Mafia their first and only Oscar nomination.
Okay.
You know what I mean, for Best Original Song. But Craig Brewer is back, and Eddie Murphy is back, and he's doing this.
Eddie Murphy is back in a big way.
Doing this movie called Dolemite. Dolemite is the name. And I know y'all sitting here looking like this is a fucking rap podcast. Why the fuck are y'all talking about movies and Dolemite? Well, first of all, I used to have a whole film podcast a couple years back. I don't know if y'all talking Film Freaks. Check it out. But anyway, but I'm sure that all of our introduction to a guy like Dolemite was via rap.
Yeah, Big Daddy Kane. What was that? Taste of Chocolate?
Taste of Chocolate album.
What's the name of
Big Daddy Kane versus Dolemite?
Right. I used to listen to that shit. I didn't know who the fucking Dolemite was, because at that time my uncles and my big cousins was out of the picture, so I never got that exposure.
Yeah.
Big Daddy Kane was that first exposure.
Yeah. Chrissy Mack, you ever heard of Dolemite?
I heard of it, yes. Did I watch the new movie? I did not.
Did you ever see the old movie?
I don't remember, so
I watched it this morning. I watched it this morning.
I watched it a couple weeks back, right before this movie came out, and then I watched it again once I saw it, because I caught it in the me and TSK once caught it in the theaters. And go.
Incidentally, the night that I went on a Sunday, when Chrissy spoke about that Duce and me having an incident, it was the night after. So by the time I got myself up, I got my wits about me.
Bearings.
Yeah.
I witnessed the ordeal.
And I made it to the theater. I went to the theater. I went to see. You ain't laughing, I'm talking.
Go ahead, talk.
Being serious now. So I made it to the theater. It was the thing I've been telling people, because I've been hyping the movie up. Mm-hmm. Eddie Murphy is in a motherfucking big way, man. It just shows and prove to me Eddie Murphy's motherfucking genius, and his ability not to just pull the character off, because it ain't more so about the character. I think it's about the story.
Yeah.
You know, and being self-made in a cutthroat business like Hollywood and entertainment industry, et cetera. Man, I was sitting in that theater, man. I had my feet up. I was being obnoxious. It was only me in the theater.
Where'd you go see it? 69th Street?
Nah.
You saw it down there?
Nah. Yeah, I went down to the fancy theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was laughing. I applauded. I was like, bravo. Excellent film, man. Yeah. It was fucking awesome.
I remember I caught it in,
and I wanted to support. I wanted to go to the theaters and see it.
Yeah, I caught it, like I said, he caught it at the Ritz. I caught it before he caught it at the Ritz, and I saw it and I'm watching it. And every time I watch black films or whatever like that, I look at them in a different perspective.
That's his critic shit. You mean his shit is all up here?
Yeah. I look at it different. So I'm looking at the movie and I'm looking at the costumes and I'm real critical of this shit. I'm looking at it like, but as the movie went on or whatever like that, I'm like, this shit is good. Like it was good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It has course, has Eddie Murphy in there. Has Mike Epps in there.
Mike Epps
not
in there.
not too much Mike Epps.
Nah, he
just
played his role.
Just a dash of Mike Epps.
Played his role.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need too much Mike Epps. A little bit of Mike Epps goes a long fucking way. You had Mike Epps in there, but who was really shining in that motherfucker is fucking Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes is in this motherfucker, you know what I mean?
Wesley destroyed the show.
And it's fun, man. We watching this shit later on tonight.
Right.
We gonna put it on the fucking
Wesley
TV.
rocked the mic, yo.
Yeah. Wesley Snipes is in this, John, and it's on Netflix right now. So if you have Netflix, make sure you check it out. It's funny because we used talking about like Rudy Ray Moore and Dolomite and Big Daddy Kane. The very first time I ever heard of Dolomite was fucking House Party.
House Party. Yeah.
Robin Harris was asking, he was telling kids, you know what I mean? I thought we was gonna stay in and watch Dolomite. You like Dolomite, don't you?
You grew up on
You
it.
grew up on them, way down in the jungle deep. Signified monkey, but you know what I mean, all that shit. You know what I mean? That's what I was like, who the fuck is the And if you watch the House Party movie, Robin Harris is like sleep, and kid is trying to sneak out, and he watching Dolomite.
Yeah.
He watching the shit. You can hear it, like it's Dolomite playing in the background. You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck. Then when I saw Big Daddy Kane, which is in 1990.
Okay, yeah.
I'm like, who is this Dolomite? But I didn't
connect the dots.
Yeah. I'm like, this dude must have been like a pulverizing figure. You know what I mean? And this was like, it was comedy, but it was like he was like doing poetry. You know what I mean? To beats.
It was like a pimp's poetry.
Yeah.
And I think Ice-T did his beginning of his rap career was doing he wasn't doing Dolomite, but he was doing what pimps do.
Yeah.
Part of one of Dolomite's signature bits was about signifying. Signifying. That's what pimps do, is signify. You know what I mean?
Signifying. That's a funny fucking word.
You signifying. You know what I mean? So that's what Dolomite did, and that was his bread and butter and his mustard, and that's what pimps do.
And if you watch the movie, it's like a biopic, but not necessarily about Rudy Ray Moore as much as about his development of this character. Dolomite. You know what I mean? So if you check it out, you'll see how he came up with the idea from listening to old heads on the street saying these old outlandish, trying to best each other by saying the most outlandish, cool shit they could say. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there was a whole swag to these old heads back in the day. And then he took the act and took it on the road.
It's genius what he did.
You know what I mean?
He's genius what he did, because he recycled. He basically took some shit that black folks do, and he recycled it back into creation of a black business. There's also those who aspire to do anything, art, push out a product, any kind of product, whatever your product is actually motivational.
Yeah, that's what got me too.
You can watch this and be inspired to say, like Rudy, he hit a wall, and in the film he would always hit this wall, and then he basically figured out how to get around that wall.
Yeah.
Through, over, around, or under, and it's very inspirational.
Yeah, I remember I was watching it, and I'm just drawing parallels. And what he's doing and what I'm trying to do or whatever like that, and I'm watching something like, and that's what thing that made me like, yo, this like it was a part like, and all from watching it, and you see that he did that movie by himself,
right?
Like he didn't know, and he didn't have any kind of Hollywood experience, any kind of fucking acting experience. Nobody had any real acting experience for real, except for the guy that
Wesley Snipes'
character, whatever like that, and he was playing like bit roles and shit or whatever like that. But he did it to the muscle by himself. So then when I went back and watched Dolemite, 1975, the original film, I had more respect for it. Because I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers did it for like I was looking at it from a Hollywood perspective, but I'm looking at it now like yo, this motherfucker did that shit from the muscle. He just took his own fucking
right. If you watch it with in the right frame of mind, the actual film. I watched it this morning. Yeah, you know what I mean. I was supposed to be asleep. Yeah, but I'm up. I'm watching it. So, and if you try to watch it from today's standards, it's gonna go over your head. It's gonna pass you. It's gonna pass you by. You're gonna compare it to some shit that's just came out, and you can't do that. If you wrap your mind around the time and the period when this movie was produced and brought to us, it's fucking brilliant what he was able to do.
Yeah.
Not having nothing.
Yeah, no Hollywood backing, because Hollywood backing. Even the motherfucker, the producers that were doing Foxy Brown and all that shit, they was like, nah, we ain't on that type of vibe no more. Go check out Cornbread Earl and Me. You know what I mean?
which is in the movie. Ain't it T.I. character?
No, that wasn't T.I. character. That was it might have been.
It was,
Yeah.
And the movie is as horrible as it is.
Starring Larry Fishburne.
Right. As horrible. Right. Exactly. Yeah. As horrible as the original film is, it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah. I'm playing a little pig feet Markham in there.
Yeah. Pig meat Markham.
Yeah. Pig meat.
You said pig feet.
I said pig meat.
That motherfucker said pig feet.
Play it back.
You said pig feet.
I ain't hear feet though.
I ain't hear feet either.
I heard feet.
Maybe you want some.
Nah. No, negative.
Yo, he got a fucking button with the messenger on there.
Like my man Cosmo said, ain't nobody eating pork now.
Nah. But yeah, it was a great movie. If you get a chance to check it out on Netflix or in the theaters, make sure you check it out. We're not gonna get too long-winded on the film shit. You know what I mean? We also we're talking about we got a group chat that we talk about, and I sent out a thing to the group chat. Atlanta did a tribute to Outkast, and they had a mural up there. Did you like that?
Nah, it's nice. I went on the link and I saw it. I mean, it's as big and as full as a lot of the stuff in this city. And this city is
detailed. It looked awesome.
This city is like the I don't know,
capital of USA.
It is. And I thought that shit was dope. And this shit was dope. It was on a full whole entire side of a building.
Did you see that, Chrissy?
Yes, I did. The South got something to say. Outkast, they was one of my favorites, even for people was like really fucking with them like that. They first album, I loved it. I
remember I had a gripe with Andre 3000 back in the day.
You did. You was on his top.
I had a gripe with him.
I was like, let that brother be an artist, man.
I had a gripe with him. I was a Big Boy fan.
Now, see, I was an Andre fan.
Yeah, you were an Andre fan.
I was an Andre dude, too.
I was a Big Boy fan, though.
I was an Andre.
But you came around.
Yeah, but like, see, the funny thing. I mean, he came out with the albums, and not that I didn't like them. I didn't like the annex. I loved Andre.
No,
I loved the music.
No, he being true. He always broke Andre bars. Listen, I'd be like, yo.
I loved him, and it's never about the music. It's never about the music. I didn't like the annex. I didn't like the tutus and the football pads.
He didn't actually rock a tutu, did he?
I saw that motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you. Let me see.
It was a kilt.
Listen, fuck no, it wasn't a kilt. No, because you wasn't there. I was there. I saw that mother. Listen, get the camera ready. Look, come on.
We dissing Andre?
No. I'm giving him all his piece, but I gotta be truthful. I saw Andre 3000 and Outkast and Big Boy at the Lauryn Hill concert, 1999, at the Tower Theater.
Okay. Oh, you went?
Yeah, I went. I was there. They were opening for Lauryn Hill for the Lauryn Hill tour for the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, I didn't make that.
They were opening for her. You know what I mean? So Andre and Big Boy come on stage. Big Boy got like a jersey on, sneaks or some shit like that, baggy jeans. Trey come out, fucking shoulder pads, like you wearing football, but he ain't got like a jersey on. He just got the pads on.
I know.
He got the pads on, right? No shirt, and like a pair of like boots on or whatever, like, and just like a tutu joint on.
A tutu.
It was like a tutu. It was like a
ballet.
Yeah, almost like that.
Almost like it, or definitely.
It was something like that. I don't know what that.
Are you embellishing? Are you stretching?
I'm not embellishing. It was like a tutu.
All right. So the point is, you ain't fucking.
I ain't fuck with the antics. I fuck with him, but I didn't fuck with the antics. So Outkast went and did their thing, whatever like that. Then Speaker Box Love Below comes out, right?
That's when you came around.
No.
All right, let me tell a story.
Speaker Box and Love Below come out, and first thing I listen to is Speaker Box from the rip. I love the way you move. I'm not bad. I'm like, yeah, I fuck with Big Boy. That's my mans. You know what I mean? I'm fucking with this nigga. I'm playing this. I'm banging it. I'm banging it for like a week. And I'm like, let me see what this Love Below joint sound like. It's Dre joint. I'm like, let me see what it's like. Because I heard Hey Ya, but everybody heard Hey Ya. It was a fucking global phenomenon. It was just busting. You close the doors. Hey Ya! Yeah, you close the doors. You go to take a shit in the bathroom. You hear fucking Hey Ya coming out the walls. It was just coming at you. Mm-hmm. But I'm listening to the fucking album. I'm like, whew. This is fucking good.
It be those moments. Of clarity when you hate something, you wanna hate it, and you be like,
I didn't want to hate it. I didn't want to like it more than Big Boys.
Okay.
It's not that I wanted to hate it.
But I'm just, other shit like
I stopped listening to Big Boy Speaker Box. I just like that shit just woo. And then I was listening to Love Below for the next like month. You know what I mean? Straight up.
It was like that.
It was like that.
And
fucking
it's still like
Prototype.
That shit is
Dracula's Ball.
Genius.
That shit was just an awesome fucking album. So shout out to fucking ATL for giving credit and fucking Outkast, because that shit, the whole movement was fucking phenomenal. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Arguably one of the best groups in the hip hop. Top 10.
Cause like
top 10 best groups in hip hop. Outkast.
Yes.
Top 10.
Yes.
Top 10.
They amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't rate acts.
I know you don't rate them, but I'm just me and Chrissy are rating them. You ain't in the show right now. We just me and Chrissy.
You got me out the camera. you got me out the camera. You got me out the shop.
We can bleep you out.
Yeah, just
you got me out the shop.
Just mute his fucking mic. Nah, you good.
Yeah, I don't compare drops of rain, but they amazing. Like when they did Aquemini, it was like
it was over.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
I was with them since Southern Playalistic, and they got me with Crumbling Herb. They got me with that, and it was like, wow. I mean, like, damn, these dudes doing this. Then they had me, but Aquemini.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Soldier.
Fucking official.
They clinched it.
It was like, forget anything. Anything that these dudes is on, it's like, I'm there, man.
Yeah, and they still busting it out, so, you know what I mean? Shout out to fucking Outkast, you know what I mean? Got anything else to say, TSK1?
No, I'm good. I'm kicking shit all on the floor and shit. Saying giving me dirty looks.
Anything else? Good?
Come on, Chrissy Mac, give us something different. I mean, something else.
What about Outkast?
Yeah.
Yo, this Duce got me.
We're gonna be right back. More Rap Delites, more TSK, more Chrissy Mac, more Duce. You know what I mean? We're gonna get this shit popping. Could give Chrissy Mac another.
I do not need any more of that. I'm not even finishing the cup.
Come on, nah, you gotta get some more.
Yo, Mac, tell him what you do.
Yo, this Chrissy Mac. I work in music management. I do web design, and you watching Rap Delites.
Welcome back to the Rap Delites podcast. I am Bats. That is TSK1. That is Chrissy Mac. What the fuck? Got crowd cheers and shit like that. We are live in front of a studio audience. Got a little Cardi playing in the background. Cardi just made headlines. She's talking about she opened the door for these new female rappers, and she did an interview and she was talking about that. Did you get this in the group chat?
I did.
Did you get this in the group chat? Do you give a fuck?
No.
Do you give a fuck?
No.
She ain't open no goddamn doors for nobody. Some motherfucking ratchet rap maybe, but not even
I think that
Kim started that.
I think she was talking about like this new influx of women, like the City Girls and Megan Thee Stallion. And,
you're right.
You know?
In regards to giving a fuck, I don't. Mm-hmm. But this doesn't mitigate the truth of a thing. Mm-hmm. To say, yeah, I see that. You know, when you get a motherfucker that kick down the door with that's different or more of whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing new,
no,
but it's different. and her delivery of it is different. So motherfuckers like, let's do that.
Well, what she said was basically like, before it was like maybe one female.
She was said before her, females wasn't signed or getting signed.
Getting signed like in abundance, not like females wasn't getting signed like in abundance. It wasn't like it would be like one chick.
Is that what she said, or
that's what she said on the?
Or just her not being able to articulate herself?
Well, she's never been able to articulate herself. Let's get that down. I mean, she's probably a great person, but. And public speaking is the number one fear of everybody. Public speaking is the number one fear. Like death is second.
Oh yeah, that shit.
You know what I mean? So I never rake anybody through the coals to get a mic thrown in their mouth. You know what I mean? It has to speak to the public. I never rake nobody through the coals because it's not easy.
Right.
Now when you're recording records and you can say do another take. That's something different. But when somebody's got a mic in your face and hey, Chrissy Mack. You know what I mean? Donald Trump just blew up North Korea. What do you think about that? And then, like, it's a totally different thing. You know what I mean? It's a totally different thing then. You know what I mean?
It is a tactic. It's a weapon and it's a tactic.
Yeah, it's a totally different thing.
So yeah, right.
So when I heard her do the interview and she said that, like, she's not the most articulate person.
No, not many of us are.
You know what I mean? She gets her point across the best way she knows how. And when she's talking to her, like I said, basically she was saying that before she came out, it would be like just one chick in the game, and everybody would just, oh my God, this is, you know what I mean? They'll flourish her with roses and stuff like that, and then until the next one came along.
I see a point.
You know what I mean?
It's not accurate, but I do see a point.
Yeah, but that's what she was saying. So Chrissy Mack, go ahead and tear in.
You know what though? I mean,
go ahead.
You can make excuses for her all you want to. I think there was a lot of ego involved in that statement. Mm-hmm. I really think there was a lot of ego involved in that statement. Like, okay, but she wasn't even the first to do that. Kim was doing it. Foxy Brown was doing it. Like, I'm not a Cardi B fan, and I think she's taking a lot of credit for some other stuff that she didn't really do.
Yeah, I think that Cardi B has rode in on the wave of this new feminist movement that's going on. Everything that's going on with the Me Too movement and stuff like that, and everything like that, female liberties and stuff.
So
like that
allows the ratchet, Well,
I don't want to go as far as say it allows the ratchet. It just allows women to be freer in their speech and
free to be ratchet
and free to do anything that they want to do. And
if they really ratchet, that's your deal. That's your deal.
Free to talk and her and I don't. It's because it's not like she came out and then like the City Girls been working.
Right.
It's not like the City Girls just happened in a vacuum. Like they just said, "Hey, Cardi B's rapping." You know what I mean? Let's rap. Megan Thee Stallion been working. You know what I mean? Now, as far as companies are concerned, maybe companies are more receptive to. It's always been a thing like that where companies see something new, and then they sign a motherfucker that looks just like
then they want one too.
They've been doing that.
It's been doing it.
They've been doing
for
that.
years.
You know what I mean? Or even if they've been so bad. Companies have been so bad that even if you wasn't like a motherfucker, they try to make you like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like this is selling. Can you do that? You know what I mean? I remember I was watching an interview. I forget who it was, and they were talking about Jaz-O. When he got signed, Jaz-O's hardcore rapper from Brooklyn and everything like that, and he gets signed, and then he brings out that song Hawaiian Sophie because the record companies are trying to make him into like the Fresh Prince.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
I don't see that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But remember the video for Hawaiian Sophie? It was a goofy ass storytelling video, like the Fresh Prince was doing. Jay-Z was there. That was the first time I saw Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Okay. So record companies do shit like that. They'll see. So fuck record companies.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Always been.
And in Cardi's defense, maybe record companies, as far as record companies are concerned, she might have been the person to kick down the door to for abundance of it.
I do see her point.
But as far as the culture is concerned, no.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Because you always going to have that aspect of it in hip hop.
Right. And then just iron out the wrinkles of a thing, making it more clear. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I see her point. You know what I mean? In her scope, she only sees herself and her involvement in the thing. Just in terms outside of that scope, she's really probably not checking for the history of that thing.
Absolutely.
I get her point clearly. And then and it's like I'm talking straight to logic. I get her point. So I'm not gonna co-sign the shit. Say she 100% right and exact. It's just we're
kind of like the midget standing on the giant shoulders. You know what I mean? Like she's
better height joke.
She's big in the game, but when you sit on the shoulder, something like that, you can see further than what she's seeing. And we got the history of the game and stuff like that. Like a lot of these motherfuckers, and you can attest to this, Chrissy. A lot of these motherfuckers, they don't care about hip hop history. They don't care about tracking the lineage and this is what, because things go in cycles.
15, 20 Cedric Ave.
They don't give a fuck about that. They don't care. You know what I mean? So these motherfuckers, when they see something happening and it's happening to them, they can only see in their own scope. You know what I mean? They can't see that because Salt and Pepper got signed, they started signing other groups that was looking like Salt and Pepper. And you know what I mean? Maybe they didn't work, or maybe they did work. You know what I mean? But those groups was always around. Girl groups always been around. Girl rappers have always been around.
And it's the thing.
But companies, they start paying attention after something pops, right? Because they're looking for the next big thing.
And we know because we've been studying this for years. You know what I mean? Talking about music with people who just listen to music,
just fans,
right? You don't really get the language and the jargon and the vernacular. That MP and that YP versus MP.
Yeah.
So people who don't get it, they fail to realize that the artists are not fucking people. They the product.
Yeah, they don't even got a fucking healthcare.
No,
the motherfucker that's working at a record company in the mailroom, the secretaries, they got a fucking 401k. But the artist don't got a 401k. He got to pay for that out of his own fucking pocket, whatever he makes off of the fuck. He's the product. He's just like toothpaste or Twinkies.
Right, you're on the shelf.
Right?
And if that product ain't moving, then you got the A&R to try to tweak the product.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a gift and a curse.
Yeah. So, all right, we're going to get off this Cardi B shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we spent way too much fucking time talking about that.
On that. We're going to. All right, we got to get our credibility back. 25th anniversary of Artifacts between the Rock and the Hard Place album. 25th anniversary. Shout outs to the Artifacts. TSK1, did you fuck with the Artifacts? We wasn't even talking about Cardi B. Just forget it. It never happened. What was that on Men in Black? They had that little John.
The memory stick. The memory stick. Hey Sam, cue me up.
Artifacts.
Did I fuck with it?
Yeah, did you fuck with it?
I fucked with it in how? I fucked with it on many levels because, you know what I mean? They wasn't only from New York. They wasn't only like strictly fucking underground hip hop. K1 was motherfucking Redman's cousin. And they was graffiti writers. They was active graffiti writers. You know what I mean? So this was like the fucking whammy of everything, all in one fucking shop, man. And this was at the height of hip hop.
Was you writing back then?
I was active. I was very active.
Very active. You was getting up.
I was getting up. I was getting up. Not as high as I would like to have.
Yo, when did that battle happen between you and what was that motherfucker name? When did that battle happen? What year was that?
That was every bit of.
Cause this came out in '94.
That was 90. Every bit of 3/4. 93,
94. So this was around that time. Yeah. You used to get definitely. TSK1 got into a graffiti battle with a brother named Depp. Who subsequently y'all became cool after the fact, right?
Nah, we never met.
Y'all never met?
Never met.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. They was fucking graffiti battle. What happened? We're gonna get into this Artifact shit.
Yeah,
we gotta get into this CS because y'all motherfuckers just don't know how rogue and gangster TSK1 is.
It's like you could rock your name in a certain color, and if it's associated to something next to a writer's name, like you could inadvertently find yourself in a beef. So
it's sort of like a diss type of thing.
Yeah,
in hip hop. So or not in hip hop. So in rap.
What? Yeah. Well, yeah. Exactly. Nice fix.
It's all in hip hop.
Nice fix. So anyway, I was with a friend of ours who, a family. A beloved brother, Riz. We from the Coup. We live on Coup.
Marcoux Street. Shout out to Marcoux Street. 46 and Marcoux Street.
One of the most world famous and
corner of Marcoux and Brown.
in Notorious blocks in West Philly. So anyway, we were on the end of the block, on the side of the Chinese store. I think the Chinese store had shut down at the time, but we banged the shit out of that side of that wall. So I got up, put my name up, TSK1, in like this like orange, yellow, color. So I gave a can to Riz to get up. And
who isn't a graffiti writer?
Not a graffiti writer, but
Yeah, we still getting up.
So his brother wrote, or a friend of ours, Whiskey, he wrote. So anyway,
shout out to Whiskey.
Riz X's out that. I did, I suggested it, so I ain't gonna put it on.
You suggested it? Why did you suggest it? Do you remember?
Because I always thought Depp had a toy hand. I always thought he was a toy, you know what I mean? Like he didn't flow, he didn't put his letters together, he didn't flow him right. So that was that. And next thing you know,
I never knew that you suggested. I thought it was just some happenstance shit.
Nah, it wasn't happenstance.
So you brought that beef on yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continue on.
So anyway, so next thing you know, like my shit is being X'd out all over fucking West Philly. Yeah, so this ain't better. It's 93. It's 93. So
he was salty about that because I remember, because me and Ty been friends since we was kids, so I knew he wrote and shit like that. And I remember walking around Westfield. So I used to admire, I used to see his shit I would admire it. I like this to my man. And I see his shit was X'd out. I'm like, oh. That ain't good.
That wasn't good. So I versed him back. I started Xing his shit out, but I would write his name back.
Yeah.
I didn't write my name. I wrote his name back.
He would write it better.
I would write his name. I would write his name the way his shit flow.
Yeah.
That
was TSK1's clap back.
So Depp, if you out there, peace, it's all love. Let's go out on a route.
Yeah, let's bury that hatchet and smoke some peace.
I mean, so many years ago. Let's go out on a route and you know what I mean.
I wanted to get into that because you were talking about graffiti, we were talking about artifacts, we were talking about them being graffiti writers, and I know this is a hip hop show and we talk about like the spoken part of hip hop, and we don't always get into the graffiti and
visual
and stuff like that and all like that. But so every opportunity that we get a chance to get into it, I like to get into it.
I echo that, man. It's definitely a beautiful thing. It's the viewers to say, like, in case y'all hadn't realized or if y'all forgotten, it's our duty to pull you back and say and remind everybody. Like
we got rapping, DJing, graffiti. Yeah. And we all danced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you go. It's Chrissy Mack, Artifacts.
This record right here, Wrong Side of the Tracks. This is like one of my favorite songs ever. This song right here is classic. And like Ty said, it encompassed everything that is hip hop.
In one house. You know what I mean?
And the fucking beat on this shit.
Incidentally, I was playing the original.
I love it. You see I got my Artifacts hoodie on.
Check her out. We rap. You know what I mean? Some shit that we just like bought. You know what I mean? Today for the show. You know what I mean?
For years. You know what I mean? Shout out to L from the Artifacts.
Shout out to L.
He sell all kinds of Artifacts merch. So get with him. He got hoodies, windbreakers, all types of stuff.
I remember when he was he put those hats and hoodies and tees on. I was like, yo, I need one of those, but I ain't never get it. I gotta
get one.
I know. I ain't fronting, man.
You fronting. Got Wu-Tang John on. Wu-Tang got their money.
Fucking bastard.
He gotta break his fucking balls.
This fucking guy.
Yo, I remember when they came out. I remember cause TSK1 was always like he was always in his bag, you know what I mean, getting new shit, you know what I mean, coming around, check this out, check it out. I didn't own this. I remember when it came out, but I didn't own it. This is when I just didn't own it. I didn't have it. I remember when they had their shit out.
Yeah, me and Perp was all over this too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was like, I guess it was me and him at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I didn't own this, but I knew about it and I knew it was out. You know what I mean? This is the 25th anniversary, which makes us old as fuck.
Shit. Yeah. So, you know,
Yeah, high school
and
I had just got to, was it 92, 93, 93, 94? I had just got to U City. I met my brother right here, Sam, behind the camera, over there, U City, whatever like that. Do you remember when I first got to U City? I just showed up, right? It was just like I Dream a Genie. Like, I just folded my arms, just...
Didn't you come in the middle of the year?
I came in September, but I came in the middle of the, like, y'all already there with each other 2 years.
I wasn't checking.
I came in 10th grade and 11th grade. No, 11th grade and 12th grade. Yeah. So I came in like the middle of that class. You know what I mean? Whatever like that. And it's real weird because I have like 2 sets of high school friends. I have Kappa friends and I have U City friends. And I know the Kappa friend just as much as I know the U City friend. You know what I mean? Because I was there at Kappa. It wasn't like I went for freshman year and then went for another 3 years at another school. I went 2 years one place, 2 years another place. So I got like equal time with all of them. And I forget that y'all don't all know each other sometimes. You know what I mean? Because I got Sam here doing our sound and video and shit. And then I got Nikki upstairs with our son. And she went to Kappa and he went to U City. You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother thing. Artifacts. That's all you got. What was your favorite joint on the album?
I don't think I had a favorite joint, but it was definitely Wrong Side of the Tracks. I was as we opened up with this, I was playing the original sample. There's 2 original samples, which is like when you get into like original samples and shit, it just open the world up. You start seeing the hip hop track deeper. Mm-hmm. You see it from a different perspective, knowing from where them samples came from. So it's like, man, it's some real shit. Like this one of the tracks. I don't know if I'm still queued up, Sam.
Yeah, you good.
Who's this?
This is the 9th creation. This track is called Bubblegum. It's as grimy as what the Artifacts ultimately did to it.
How much time we got on this, Sam? 20 minutes. All right, we're gonna cut to a break. TSK1, Chrissy Mack, Bats, Artifacts,
all day,
Grafitti,
Wrong Side of the Tracks,
Depp,
Look,
TSK1,
you know what I mean? Outer Sensei,
Whiskey,
Take 1, Depp. You said that?
I said Depp.
Yeah.
Depp. You know what I mean? Ray Fogue. Shout out to Ray Fogue. All the West Philly crews. All the West Philly writers. All the West Philly crews. We'll be right back with more Rap Delites.
I'm TSK1, and this is Rap Delites.
Welcome back to the Rap Delites podcast. I am Bats. That is TSK1. That is Chrissy Mack. We are getting into some shit. Our brother, rest in peace to our brother, the Notorious B.I.G, Biggie Smalls, Christopher Wallace, who has just been nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, when I say nominated, he's nominated. He hasn't been inducted into the Hall of Fame. They just put his name in the hat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, we're going to shoot over here to my brother TSK1. How do you feel about Biggie's nomination to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
What are they going to do for Miss Valletta?
What are they going to do for Miss Valletta?
What are they going to do for her?
Nothing.
I say that.
Nothing.
And that question, you asking that question just came to me. Because you know I don't, no award ceremonies, no honors, no statues. That don't mean nothing to me. Mm-hmm. Nothing. And nothing at all has no bearing. It's nice and all, but all right, you know what I mean, you know, and I say that, and it's not like I don't want to be dismissive of this honor, if you will, because Biggie has become iconic status. Mm-hmm. So when you see like Marilyn Monroe, James Dean, mm-hmm. Pictures of Scarface, The Godfather, mm-hmm. Some couple of those characters are fictional, but this is going on to like iconic status, where it's now Biggie is an image. more than he was an actual person to most, because most weren't here when he was among us and what he gave us and what he left us. I asked a question: what are they going to do for Tiana and Chris?
I could answer that right now. It's just an award. They're not going to give them anything.
So it means nothing to me at all. At all. Emphatically.
Nothing. At all. Emphatic.
14-15.
Chrissy Mack, Biggie's nomination for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I feel there should be other people that should be nominated before him.
Okay.
You know, when somebody passes away, I think people. I'm looking for the right words for this. I think people, you know, because I don't want to say this wrong and have everybody coming at my neck. But, you know, I think that I don't want to say get credit, you know, because he was a great artist, but his full catalog, I think other people have full catalogs, you know, his career ended.
Before he could, like.
Before he could.
He had, what, 2 albums? Really,
I think people get pushed to legend status faster just because they passed away.
Sure.
And I think there are a few legends before him that deserve to get nominated. You know, let him come a little bit later down the line.
That's why I see the iconic thing. Him becoming more of anybody can grab pictures of Biggie and just put it on their shit. You know what I'm saying?
To answer your question, Wu-Tang are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Tupac is, but not Wu-Tang. So go ahead, continue on, Chrissy.
Yeah, no, and like that's a perfect example. Like I would feel that, you know, even before them, because how many times has LL Cool J been nominated and hasn't made it in?
Now see, that's a valid question. This goes into that idol worship thing.
Yeah, we can't even get the 80s artists in there yet before we go jump into 94.
Yeah.
So I echo my sentiment.
Yeah,
it means nothing.
Yeah, I want to like what Chrissy was saying. I love Big, and everybody know I love Big. But I mean, honestly, before I put Big, even like 80s and LL Cool J, absolutely. I don't even, is LL Cool J even in that motherfucker? I doubt it.
No, he got nominated.
He got nominated, but never in the Hall of Fame. And LL Cool J is definitely no.
Don't ever ask me that, cause
not. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, not. I want to get actual facts, but we'll get back. But like, even on Bad Boy, I would go as far as, I mean, he didn't have a long career, Biggie. He didn't have a whole lot of credits. You know what I mean, to his music or like that. I would throw fucking Puff in there probably before I would throw Diddy. That's probably a controversial statement or whatever like that, but. As what he's done as far as...
I would say so.
As far as, what? That's a controversial statement?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's done a hell of a lot in music.
I think it should encompass more than just your music catalog, too. Like, what did he do outside of music that made him so great to bypass all these legends that were before him?
Yeah. So
what's the criteria? What's their list to say this is why we consider? Is it like some Oscar shit, which is all this shit is a fraud, some Grammy shit, fraud, American Music Awards, fraud, all that shit is fucking corporate. So it's like, what's your criteria? Who's on the panel? Who's on the board? Who's part of the Academy? Who gets fucking vote?
It was the longest time they didn't want to put rap artists in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's another reason why that shit is a fucking farce.
Yeah, they didn't even want to put rap artists in the Hall of Rock. I think Run DMC were the first, and they bitched, cried, and moaned about Run DMC.
What about 1520? 1520 Cedric Ave.
You know what I mean?
Cool Herc.
Nah, they're not going to put the Cool Herc. The motherfuckers don't even recognize Cool Herc.
So we don't recognize them.
You know what I mean?
Fuck the
Rap Delites show recognize Cool Herc. We the only podcast with a picture of Cool Herc in the background.
So we can give Hall of Fames. We can start a Hall of Fame. Rap Delites Hall of Fame. Fuck the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
A hip-hop Hall of Fame.
Yeah, indeed, exactly. Yeah, the fuck the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because that shit means shit to fucking hip-hop.
Well, there you have it. But so I mean, like I said, there's a nomination. It don't even mean that he
bloodsuckers.
All of want to get into the motherfucker. You know what I mean? But he's nominated, And I meant to talk about this like 2 weeks ago, or no, a week ago, and we never got to it, so I wanted to put it out there, whatever like that. All right. We're going to get into the Artist of the Week. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And we came up with this Artist of the Week, and Artist of the Week.
Yeah, tell a story.
Sometimes the Artist of the Week, it could be something that just happens like that day when we're about to shoot the show or whatever like that, and then something just been happening through time and everything like that. And we were sitting up there, it was me, Chrissy Mack, TSK1, Nikki, Candace, we all sitting around on YouTube watching fucking videos. And Chill Rob G came in and we were listening to the Chill Rob G shit, and we was like, yo,
the snap came on.
The snap came on.
And I refused. I was like, no, I will not listen to this.
I didn't want to give Snap any credence. What we was doing?
I was like, you gotta put the Chill Rob G.
You leaving out? Go on you. Up top. Come on, leave your hands out that pocket. Come on, you ain't too much, do say. Give me a fucking high five. We was playing around with music of the era. Bash was. Just like Terrence Trent D'Arby, motherfucking
Terrence Trent D'Arby. Don't you mean what did you say?
You playing Terrence Trent D'Arby?
Don't you mean Johnny Kemp?
Johnny Kemp.
Don't you mean Johnny Kemp? Not Terrence Trent D'Arby. Johnny Kemp.
That's the same motherfucker, right?
It's the same dude, right?
So no, we was just on YouTube, just fucking around with music of the era, and just and you was basically just pulling them out your bag. Nobody was suggesting nothing.
Yeah.
And it was just like a roundabout, and just that era of that was late '80s, early '90s, right?
Yeah.
So then you played the Snap joint. Then Chrissy was like,
yeah, that one. Then we went in on some Chill Rob G. All right, so Chill Rob G, Robert Frazier, known as Chill Rob G, he's a hip hop artist from Jersey City, New Jersey. He was part of the original Flavor unit, which included Queen Latifah, Lakim Shabazz, DJ Mark the 45 King. 45. That's a fortified.
He's an underrated producer.
Oh yeah. Well, if you don't know who 45 King is, he produced the first Latifah album. He also produced Stand by Eminem. He also produced Hard Knock Life for Jay-Z. You know what I mean? So he's got a lot of...
And the 900 number.
900 number. Remember Ed Lover used to do the Ed Lover dance back in the day on MTV Raps? Yeah, so shout out to DJ Mark the 45 King. If you don't know what a 45 is, one of I don't have any down here.
Small record.
Them little tiny records. So
with the big hole?
With the big hole in it. Like your grandma used to rock back in the day. They were small. They weren't like the big ones. That's a 45. So
and pure DJs, real DJs have a multitude of them.
Yeah. So that was a 45. So he was the 45 King. But DJ Mark the 45 King was the producer of Chill Rob G. Chill Rob G. He has first album came out in 1989 on Wild Pitch Records, Ride the Rhythm. He had another album come out, Black Gold, came out 2000. And then I think it was re-released in 2008 called Black Gold. He has another, which was like an EP called Chilled Not Frozen. And he had another album come out in 2017 called No Running. I was listening to No Running earlier when I was like getting myself prepped. I had a lot of E&J, some ginger beer, and I was getting prepped. That shit is banging. That is on Tidal. I'm like that shit banged today. That shit is banging. So we're gonna shoot over here to my brother TSK1, Chill Rob G. How did you feel about the brother Chill Rob G?
Last week when what was that? Was Power the video, right?
Yeah.
That was with the Snap controversy.
Yeah. Them dudes.
So anyway, I suggested. I was like, damn, matter of fact, like the track had me fucking amped. I was like, I was feeling it, man. I had the power. So I suggested, like, damn, you could be the artist of the week. I don't know how it came about, but either way, it was like, yo, you could be the artist of the week. So
and not to cut you off.
No, we're just going.
Yeah, we were talking about Power. Let me just get a little background on that whole Chill Rob G, Snap, the Power thing. Chill Rob G was already doing his thing. He brought out his record and everything like that. The first record, Ride the Rhythm. And on back in the day when they had singles, they would have a A-side and a B-side. I think the first single was Court and Now Session, which we are listening to here. And I think the second song that was on the B-side was another song, and it had an acapella version. No, motherfuckers don't even know about acapella versions anymore. They don't even do that shit no more. You know what I mean?
King always did that though.
Yeah, doing that because he was a beat. He wanted to like blend different vocals with different beats and stuff like that. So they would, and a lot of people. I remember like DJs used to do that kind of shit back in the day. You take an acapella and acapellas and instrumentals. You know what I mean? So it's sometimes
be all on the record.
Yeah. You would have the record, the acapella. The remix, acapella, and the instrumental. You know what I mean? Back in the day, you know what I mean? I don't think they ever do that anymore. Imagine doing an acapella nowadays with some of this bullshit.
Jay-Z does it.
But I mean, imagine like
he said
like,
bullshit.
The bullshit. Imagine like Blueface acapella.
That's horrible.
Oh man, so what happened was they were sending out this single and it was going out or whatever like that, and this German pop.
German or English?
They were
UK, right?
They were German. I forget the name of the fucking producers.
Because the dude name was DJ something, but the group was called Snap.
Yeah, the group was called Snap. Yeah, German producers, Michael Munzing and Luca something or another. They were German. And they were producers. But what they did was basically they produced a track and mixed in Chill Wop G's vocals into the track.
Right.
And it was sort of like a remix.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And it became really big in the UK or whatever like that. And then, but they didn't have the rights to do it in America. So then Chill Wop G subsequently put out that wasn't his song. That wasn't his song. His song had a whole different beat. They just used the words. They just used the words to the shit. You know what I mean? So what Wild Pitch did, because Wild Pitch probably sold the mother. This is what Chill Wop G was saying. That Wild Pitch, he think they sold the rights to it.
And what was the source of this interview?
This is an interview that he did, Chill Wop G did on Q Point.
Okay.
With Robert Eltonson.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is what Chill Wop G is talking about in his quotes, whatever like that. This is what he believed that Wild Pitch licensed that song to be just, but the way licenses work, you can use just some domains and you can't use it in other domains. So when it became a popular song, Chill Wop G redid the song with the power beat or the snap beat or whatever, not even the snap beat, with the beat that the producers did, with his vocals on it or whatever like that, and they re-released it in the States. But it became big in the States, the original version.
Right.
But they couldn't use the Chill Wop G version in the States. The producers that did it, they couldn't use the version with Chill Wop G on it because it was his vocals, because they would, you know what I mean, he couldn't use it. So they got that dude Turbo B to do the vocals over with the group Snap. Okay. And that was the version we heard or whatever like that. That became like big over here or whatever like that. It was just a whole shit kabobble. And it made Chill Wop G big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He got, you know what I mean, he got notoriety out of it, but like that. But it was still some, like, the dude Turbo B, like, what, like me, but that's what the English motherfuckers would do. They would, like, Milli Vanilli. They would just, like, redo shit because it wasn't a big deal to them because they wasn't creating culture.
Right. According to the Hip Hop Junkies radio show, shout out to them. They could be found on YouTube, and this is a short interview segment. Rob G echoed, some of what you said in that source material. So I definitely agree with that. Rob G wasn't bitter about the notoriety that came from the Snap to snap the bigness in their reach. He wasn't bitter about that.
No.
What he was bitter about was that's according to this interview that Wild Pitch, he signed a bad contract with Wild Pitch, and they would not go to war for him.
Yeah.
They would not stand up for him. Basically, they hung him out to dry because they already had a backdoor deal with the producers of
they were already getting paid, so they just, you know what I mean,
Right.
that's what I said, exactly.
Because when you have a big a number or a track going on, and there's one sounding like it, but their reach is a little stronger than yours, and then Wild Pitch is not going to war with that to push
Chill
Rob G up. So
on some artistic
the calls
marriage.
For Chill Rob G went down as the calls for to perform, to make appearances for Snap went up.
Yeah. Because the company was still getting paid regardless.
Right.
But he wasn't getting the shows and shit like that.
Right. Exactly. So on our group text, generally in life, when you suggest something, you by default have just volunteered to do it. That's every day. That's real life.
Yeah.
And I knew that. I knew when I texted in our group little chat that somebody should get in contact with our Chill Rob G. I knew that I was volunteering. I was volunteering for it. But it takes a smart ass to know a smart ass for him to say,
you just volunteered for it.
So I got on it a little later than I would prefer, but I did contact Chill Rob G on Instagram, and he's on there. There's actually 2 accounts. So
shout out to Chill Rob G.
Shout out to Chill Rob G. Now I introduced myself to him, and
did you tell him you were from the Rap Delites podcast?
I'll read my text. And pardon me, my laptop, my MacBook is still on layaway, so I'm gonna read it from my phone.
Okay.
So I introduced myself. I said, "Peace, brother. My name is Ty, or TSK1. I am a contributor on the Rap Delites podcast out of Philly. We upload content weekly. On every show, we showcase an artist of the week. When we wrapped up, meaning when we finished the production of the show last week, we'd already decided that you would be our feature for this upcoming episode. On a group text, I suggested that someone try to contact you. This is my conversation with Chill Rob G. Contact you. Needless to say, I, by default, had volunteered, which is my honor. We shoot tomorrow. This was yesterday that this correspondence went down. We shoot tomorrow, which is today. So this isn't a request to come on the show. It being last minute and all. But is there any insight that you'd be willing to offer to fans of yours and our viewers? Peace and thank you. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
So he got right back to me pretty much this morning. And I was watching Fifth Element.
Multipass.
Right.
Multipass.
So I was watching Fifth Element, and this reply came in, and they said, "Thank you, brother. I appreciate y'all choosing me as artist of the week. As far as insight for anyone willing to listen, I have heard a few things over the years. Short sayings that might fit on a fortune cookie, but actually have some value. For example, everyone dies, but not everyone lives. Time waits for no man or woman. So get a move on. Learn to master your thoughts. They dictate everything around you, including who you are, how you live, how you feel physically and emotionally. Everything comes from your mind. It is the ultimate 3D printer. As far as music, I keep a hot 16 on standby. I have a couple projects in the works, and I'll be doing a lot more live performances in the coming months. Peace. Again, thank you."
Shout out to Chill Rob G.
Yeah. He stuck me with those. That's some serious water that he said.
Chrissy Mac, Chill Rob G.
Chill Rob did, like, from Saturday, I refused to even listen to that other song. I said, no, not unless you put his
the original John on.
Yo, like, they wasn't ready for him, honestly, I don't think, because just if you listen to his lyrics, what he's saying in them songs.
Yeah. Don't see this. Don't say that. Change your lyrics. Right. Everybody's a critic.
And my reply to him, I basically said, I am probably a product of those words, speaking truth to power in words into existence, which
this is a crush rap
vibrational continue exactly. You know what I mean? Vibration continues to move. So I shared this with him, and I was again, like, those words, man, for him as an MC to be as stand up and responsible. I know it was the era of positive rap. You know, anybody could have talked about anything.
Yeah,
But all those MCs, all those rappers that stood up and spoke truth to power, like I said just now, that I personally owe them something, just in regards to them planting seeds to, years later, that would spawn questions,
Likewise, I feel likewise. Some of these artists, especially the ones, the what me and you resonate with.
Resonate.
The truth, the knowledge of self, all that stuff like that. The higher frequency stuff. Even the ones that was kind of hidden in their songs, that wasn't so much out there. But if you really listen to the lyrics, like, you knew what they were talking about. They helped create Chrissy Mack in my mindset. I get people. That's like one of the first things they say about me is like, like, definitely planted the seeds. Made me investigate and go down the path that I went down.
Chill Rob G, like I said, I remember watching Chill Rob G on Crush Raps. Crush Raps they used to play like a good 20 videos that they would rotate constantly. Like, Watch Roger Do His Thing by Main Source.
Yeah, he played the same
Jazz Old Hawaiian Sophie and Chill Rob G.
A lot of that Flavor Unit stuff.
Yeah, a lot of that Flavor Unit stuff. Like Kim Shabazz was played on there. I remember Three Kings of the Cypher would play on there a lot.
Was PRT in that rotation?
I don't know. PRT I think maybe came a little later. From the Crush, maybe like Watch His Funky Joint.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean maybe the tail end of Crush. Right, like, when I say the tail end of Crush, I mean the tail end before I got cable. But Chill Rob G was definitely one of them motherfuckers that I used to check out. And then, he had John. And this is what, like, when I heard the Snap John, I didn't even know that was Chill Rob G. Like, I didn't know the politics that was going on behind the scenes of that. I just thought it was. But when I saw the video, I'm like, that ain't Chill Rob G. They got this big motherfucker. I'm like, that nigga ain't Chill Rob G.
Right, yo, who that?
That nigga ain't Chill Rob G. But I don't know the industry, so I'm like, I don't know, maybe he sold the song to him. I don't know, I don't know what's going on. But I knew that nigga wasn't Chill Rob G. But I mean, Chill Rob G, we want to give you your flowers while you're here. Shout out to you. Like I said, he has a joint that came out in 2017 that's on title called No Running, which is I need you to check this out. Both of yous to check this joint out. This joint, the both of yous. Check this joint out. No Running by Chill Rob G. Shout out to Chill Rob G. Shout out to TSK
Rob G.
Peace to Rob G. Shout out to Chrissy Mack. Shout out to my man Sam over there. We'll be right back with more Rap Delites.
What's up? It's Miss Smith, and you're watching Rap Delites. Chicka, chicka, chicka. I check one, I check two.
Welcome back to the Rap Delites podcast. I am Bats. That is TSK1. That is Chrissy Mack. We got our sister, Miss Smith, on the phone. Since she couldn't be here, she's in Atlanta, hobnobbing with Tyler Perry and Medea. What's going on, Smith?
Hey, they send their love, boy. They send their love.
Whatever. So, we're going to get into this whole Kanye West Jesus is King album that's finally came out. We've been waiting for like a fucking month. And I know Miss Smith been waiting. Have you heard it, Smith? Smith, have you heard this kind?
I've heard it multiple times throughout my day.
Okay, so what do you?
Yeah, I've heard it multiple times throughout the day today.
All right, so what do you think about this new Kanye West album?
It is exactly what we expected. I actually, surprisingly, I fucking like it. Tracks are a little bit short regarding length of music, but I fuck with it. I'm gonna keep listening to it. It's in rotation right now. My favorite is that fucking Chick-fil-A joint. Was it closed on Sunday?
Oh, you just want a fucking sandwich. You want a fucking sandwich. That's all that's about.
I'm not throwing up Kanye for president signs yet, but this shit is it's reminiscent of some old Kanye. I do love this shit. Did y'all listen to it yet?
Yeah, I listened to it. I fuck with it. What happened? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Leave it be. I don't need to see her face. I don't need to see her face. We got her on the camera, phone, and shit like that, and Todd turning around so I can look at her. I don't need to see her. Anyway, so TSK1, how did you feel about the Kanye West project?
I listened to it on the way here.
Mm-hmm.
And I skimmed through it real quick, and I was trying to get my critical ear on, up to 10, where I can, just get it all, or as much as I could in a short period of time. Man, I was like, yo, I fucks with this joint.
Mm-hmm.
I fucks with it, and I fucks with it just on not separating music and musical genres, musically and sonically. I fucking dig this shit. I'm like, yo, this shit is all right. I went to the couple of the titles that resonate with me. Resonate. I went to Water, because I know Water and I understand Water, and Water resonates with me, and et cetera, et cetera. So I went to that, man. I was like, yo, this shit is fucking bang.
It was like me with the Andre shit.
Yeah. Yo, I said I fucks with this shit. I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, I could have been grooving to this shit all week, but I've been busy. But now I fucks with it, yo.
Fucks with it. Chris, you ain't heard it yet, did you, Chrissy?
I have not heard the whole album yet.
You co-sign it? What you say, Smith?
Yeah, I definitely co-sign it. I said I definitely co-sign everything that Ty said. I co-sign it.
Okay.
I haven't heard the whole album. I did hear a couple songs, especially when everyone's talking about Follow God. Based on what I heard, I don't think this album is for me. Mm-hmm. Not saying it's a bad album. It's just not for me at this moment in time in my life.
It's not resonating with you?
No.
Resonate.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, yo. I dig it.
I listened to it this morning. I was raking leaves like a good old house man, you know what I mean? House husband, whatever it is. House man.
Echo for the hotel business.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening to it, and I like Close on Sundays. That was the one Miss Smith was talking about. Everything We Need. And the joint with Clips and Kenny G used this gospel.
Kenny G?
Kenny G. Yeah, that Kenny G. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, like we were talking about it, like I said on one of the earlier episodes. I mean, sonically, it's there. The Kanye West is one of the premier producers of our time. You know what I mean? Bar none. He's sonically there with this fucking album, but I also believe that this album is going to inspire other artists who don't think they can go into a religious route with their music.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's what I had in my notes.
Yeah.
This album is not an ass shaker.
Yeah.
This album is for shaking minds, bodies, and souls, and Water.
Yeah.
But a question I wanted to ask.
The cops is after you, Smith?
Like, yo, is this album now considered a Christian album? A Christian rap?
Well, Chrissy Mack, you said he was talking about not doing none of his secular stuff anymore, right?
Right. Rumor has it, and I just saw this. I think this morning. Was it this morning? Yeah. That it's just a rumor at this point. He's not gonna perform any of his old stuff.
His secular stuff.
So he's saved.
So
yeah, he's saved.
Right.
You know something, and it reminded me of. I'm listening to the album. I'm listening, and Kanye West as well as being one of the premier producers of our time and doing great music and this being a sonically awesome album, he's also one of the few MCs and the few artists that we have right now that he bleeds. And what I mean by that is that we're taking his life journey he's taking us on his life journey with every album.
Yeah, this ain't no mistake.
Yeah, he's taking us on a journey with and it's not just this album. When he was going through the shit with Amber Rose, when he was going through shit with his mom, when he went through the car accident, everything, he's bleeding on albums, and that's what art is about
from the beginning.
Yeah, that's what art is about. Art is about cutting your ear off.
Right. And if you believe in what you put on fucking wax or whatever, or into the atmosphere, if you believe in and that energy conveys, like no matter what your message is, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a righteous one, or it's an entertaining one.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah. And it reminded me of, I don't know if everybody remember when Al Green became a reverend and wasn't doing gospel. Right. You know what I mean? He didn't want to do it anymore. You know what I mean? He didn't want to do secular music anymore. And this is what it reminds me of, is when Al Green took that fucking route. You know what I mean? And it was something that went on in Al Green's life that changed him.
Right.
And we all saw it. You know what I mean?
Was it the grits?
That was the woman. What happened?
Let me say that with this album, there was definitely some elements of Kanye's past in here with regard to like his mom and the way that he had grew up regarding like his spirituality. Like this shit, I think it like really hit home for him. You know what I mean? Like,
and it's been a long time coming.
Like rapping, like he was dropping like Bible verses. He was dropping knowledge. He was dropping, you know what I mean? Like he was speaking about, you know what I mean? Like disciples, and he was like really like, you know what I mean? Like you really have to be in the know to understand what he was saying at some point. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't just some regular, you know what I mean? Let me just rhyme some words together. No, like it was understood. Right. This was definitely a Christian type album. You know what I mean? And you felt it. And you know what I mean? Like that, I think, is what made me kind of love it even more, because I felt it, like that connection. Like if you got more spiritual, I don't go to anything like that. At the same time, like when I felt it, it made me like, you know what I mean? I can't even explain it. I really can't. Like I could see why he would want to go secular.
Yo, so did you?
It's hard to describe.
Smith, did you go see it in IMAX?
Yeah.
You did?
I did not go see it.
I was gonna go see it, but I didn't go to the theater.
I talked to everyone over this last week.
I didn't go to that theater.
I thought we went over this last week.
I didn't go to that theater. I was gonna go down to Riverview, but I found more movies at my pleasure at another movie theater. But I would have snuck in and saw it. But yeah, it's sonically there, and I think he's gonna inspire with this album. And when I say inspire, I don't mean like on a religious aspect as much as I mean sonically and opening the doors that say, "Hey, kid." You know what I mean? Sitting there on SoundCloud, you can do a album and you can speak about whatever religion you are and whatever epiphanies you have, and be able to put it out here. And it doesn't have to sound like, GP, are you with me? You know what I mean?
He's in an interview. I forget who that interview was being conducted by, but Kanye is basically, I mean, he's speaking about the hypocrisy of, you know, the rap, you know, the rap music business, and not just, you know, the rap music business, but the recording industry in general. But I mean, he's basically coming after the bullshit, and he's speaking on it, and he ain't shy about it. He's been talking about the absurdity of buying, you know, how the importance of buying foreigns as opposed to investing in land. Mm-hmm. So he is approaching the arrival. Yeah. You know what I mean, of getting it. Yeah. Because he's echoing sentiments that the minister and the messenger have been drumming into our heads for well over
years.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, I dig it. It's not something I'm going to be probably playing forever and ever and ever, you know what I mean? But I'll definitely check back into it.
I certainly will too.
And be, I mean, digging it. But I mean, I wouldn't expect anything. I like this album more than I liked What was that? 808s and Heartbreaks?
Yeah.
I like this better.
That was a different time.
You know what I mean?
I don't think they're comparable.
Well, what I'm saying is, I
feel you.
I felt that album was more forced than this.
Okay.
This was more organic. You know what I mean? This was something that came from the heart. And I mean, it was organic for him to do. You know what I mean? And I know he's getting a lot of shit about it. I mean, I mean, not.
He's supposed to get shit, because that's what prophets do.
Well, remember,
I ain't calling him a prophet.
Remember, we were talking about a pioneer. Remember, we were talking about him and Jay-Z calling him like the guy that went over the mountain and saw the Indians and came back with arrows in his hat and stuff like that. You know?
Settler?
Yeah, something like that. But basically, Kanye taking the bullet for anybody that's willing to do, like, they can take from this and learn and stuff like that. He's laying a blueprint for different musicians
to explore.
To explore different things, different genres,
but he does it naturally for himself.
Genre bending. It's a genre bending album. You know what I mean?
That's water.
Yeah, yes. Genre bending, like gender bending. I know you know about that, right? You like that genre bending?
That's like water.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so
frequencies and energy. You fuck with this album, Chris.
Yeah,
you do.
He will tell you what you
Did you hear what I said? I said it's not
resonating for
in
him.
this moment in time in my life.
Yeah, it's not resonating with him.
And the frequency that I am on.
Resonate.
So we're going to let you go, Miss Smith, because I know you got a lot of partying and hobnobbing to do.
Champagne
cocktails. Where you going?
I'm tired of shit. I just want to go back to the hotel, but I can't wait to come back.
Where you going, to Cascades?
Just out here, just kind of like...
You going to Cascades? You going to go skating?
We're supposed to go, but I'm not doing that. I ain't doing that. Tia,
Well,
I ain't there tonight, so I ain't jumping on that bandwagon.
We're going to catch you, we going to catch you next week right on time. Right?
That shade, you see that shade?
Be on time, about 15 minutes.
There you go. There we go. That's what I like to hear.
You got your sunglasses on for all that.
My nigga. All right, Smith. We check you out next week.
Peace, Miss Smith.
Talk to y'all soon.
All right.
See ya.
All right. So Kanye West, Jesus is King. Like I said, check it out for yourself. It's something that you definitely got to check out. You know what I mean? We've been waiting long enough to fuck for it. You know what I mean? For this joint to come out. He been fucking giving us fake release dates. He was supposed to rise on Easter Day and all that old shit.
Rise on Easter Day.
You know what I mean? It was a moment. I thought the motherfucker was gonna do it on Christmas. I was like, he gonna get some real Jesus shit. He gonna drop it on December 25th. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Here you go, Virgin Mary. You know what I mean? But he didn't. He dropped it. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's cool. I fuck around with it. Like I said, I was listening to it this morning while I was cleaning up the yard and everything like that. So, you know what I mean? Kanye West, Jesus is King. Rap Delites, TSK1, Chrissy Mack, Bats. You know what I mean? You got anything else you want to talk about? Is that it?
I think that's it. I mean, we definitely want to shout out to all our friends of the show. We want, I want to. If we done, we done. We
can still give shout outs, and I'll take a look. Go ahead, shout out.
Yeah, I want to shout out.
Say the damn thing.
I want to shout out to Gutterwear. I want to send a shout out to Rusty Jukes. Rusty Jukes. If you listen to any of Sean P's material, Rusty Jukes is all over it. And Rusty, he shared footage of the podcast and gave us some love. So we want to shout out to him, shout out to Brooklyn and all of our boot camp or Ruckdown representatives. Mm-hmm. Want to shout out to Chef Mike from Detroit. Mm-hmm. From all his consideration and love and putting out them awesome fucking beats. We shout out to
Chef Mike is the one to put the graphics on the right? Yeah. With the little Charlie and shit like that. Yeah. That shit was dope. I fuck with that. I like levity. You know what I mean? Like when you take something serious and you put some little levity to it. I love that shit. Yeah, so go ahead, TSK.
Shout out to Dramatic XL, representing the UK via Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Shout out to KEV and motherfucking what's my man's name? Come on,
get your notes.
The Dramatic XL, yeah. That's up. We good.
All right.
And Chris, you want to shout out Big Brick? Shout out to Big Brick. And shout out to FX Soundbox. Peace.
Yeah, so that's it, y'all. Thank you for watching the Rap Delites podcast. I am Bash. That's TSK1. That's Chrissy Mack. Y'all heard our sister, Miss Smith, on the phone. We will be back every week with this organic hip-hop commentary. No gossip, no cultural appropriation, just that shit. You know what I mean? We're going to do it every week. We're going to check y'all next go round. This show has been sponsored by E&J Brandy with Reed's Ginger Beer. You know what I mean? That's what it's been sponsored by.
Don't forget the Douce.
And the Douce, you know what I mean? Shout out to Douce.
Check clear.
Shout out to E&J. The check has cleared the
Check
bank.
clear.
You know, get the check guard.
I got bills.
Get the
due.
check guard. Get the check guard.
I got bills due, yo.
We gonna catch y'all next week. Bats, Chrissy Mack, TSK1, Rap motherfucking Delights. You know what I mean? You good?
Yeah.
We gonna watch some fucking Dolemite later, man. We gonna put this Dolemite shit on. Dolemite! Way down in the jungle deep.
Motherfucker.
Rap delight. Rap delight.